Well, good morning, Teresa. Can you, I guess, tell everybody your name and where you're from?
Well, I am Teresa, and I'm from Lincoln, Nebraska.
Awesome, the Husker State. So, my first question is, how did traveling overseas, prepare Hannah for college?
I think I would have to start by telling you what a recruiting coach told me one time with my oldest child. Basically, my oldest child was only like 5'6", and they wanted her for college volleyball. And I kind of laughed at him and said, yeah, right, whatever, she's only 5'6". But when I talked about the recruiter, one of the things that they looked at was the reason they were looking for her and they were going to take her over to Hawaii was it prepares you because how can you get yourself around? Not what your parents do for you. How do you navigate through the changes of playing with different players, different rules? I mean, high school rules and college rules, similar, but yet there are some nuances that are different, okay? How do you respond to that how do you go to the next stage, or how do you prepare yourself? When we went over to Italy to play basketball, one of the things that was really funny was they all sprayed down with bug spray, and we were like, what are you doing? Okay. And then B was when they took a break, their break was Coke and chips at halftime. And our girls, the first time the response was, what are you doing? And then the next time, the next game that we played, it was like, oh, this is old hat, not a big deal, and it wasn't the outrage of, what are you guys doing here with this? It was more of, okay, we're going to go with the flow. This is how you guys do it. Same thing with the rules. I would say that their fouls are a little bit different than what we call fouls here. And so instead of complaining and that thing, it was like, okay, we now know the rules on, we're going to play to the same, or play up to the same ability. So I think that's how it prepares them for college, is they learn that it's not the same rules. It's not the same expectations. You just go out and you do it, and either you end up being a complainer or you go with the flow and you figure it out.
Yep, that's a perspective I'd never even thought of. So I guess my other question is, what would you say to another parent that is looking to send their kid overseas?
Well, the first thing I would say is you got to go with them because it was absolutely phenomenal, great experience. The second thing I would say is, if you can do it, give your child that opportunity. To me, it was a once in a lifetime opportunity to send them over to a foreign country, which they may or may not get that chance later in life. But my daughter had so much fun, and she even got to know the players of the other team, and they exchanged jerseys, and they had a comradeship because afterwards they all sat down together for dinner. It broadened her horizon. And when we went over and we listened to the tour guide, it helped her understand that the countries aren't the same as the United States. There's different rules, there's different laws, there's different perspective of how things should be. And it opened her up to all that differences, so that when she came back to the United States, maybe we want to incorporate those things, maybe not.
Yep, I guess she had that experience, so she learned. So yeah,
Yes.
that's awesome. Well, yeah, those were really my only two questions for you. So yeah, thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.